Okay, mathematicians, we're really getting into some challenging stuff now that we're into geometry. This week, we're doing standard 2.GM.1.2, and we're going to describe, compare, and classify two-dimensional figures according to their geometric attributes. What? Say that. Can you repeat after me? Geometric attributes. Good. We're going to figure out what those mean. So look all around you. See if you can find these shapes at home or outside. The stop sign, we said the stop sign kind of looked like a hexagon last time. It's really an octagon. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But look around and see if you can find these shapes as we go through them, okay? So last week we went over the vocabulary. This week we're going to do the same thing. So you know that a triangle is a polygon with three sides. You know it has three sides. Two-dimensional figures. We talk about two-dimensional figures. So those have length and width. They're like just what you see on the paper. There's no 3D aspect to them. Square, it's four sides. So it's a four-sided polygon. But this is what we're going to learn. So it has four right angles, and then all the sides are the same length. A rectangle is a four-sided polygon with two sets of lines that are the same length. The other two aren't the same. A rhombus. Say that after me. Rhombus. So it's a four-sided polygon with all sides that are the same length, opposite equal acute angles, and opposite equal obtuse angles. What are those? We're going to have to figure that out, aren't we? A trapezoid. Ooh, we did a lot with trapezoids last time, didn't we? So it's a four-sided polygon with one set of parallel lines, at least one set of parallel lines. We have a pentagon. It's a five-sided polygon. And a hexagon is a six-sided polygon. And then the octagon is an eight-sided polygon. So penta means five, hexa means six, octa means eight. That's how you remember those. Circle, it's a closed curve with all sides the same distance from the center. So it's a zero sides, zero angles, just a circle. And then an angle is a shape formed by two lines joining together. And then a vertex. I want you to repeat after me. Say vertex. It's a point where two lines meet. We're going to talk about that in a second. So here's our triangle. It has 1, 2, 3 sides. See? Angles. Let me see if I can draw that for you. So there is an angle here, an angle here, and an angle here. So it's three angles and then three vertices. Let me pick a different color. Let's go with my favorite purple. So the vertices is where the lines meet. You see that? Yeah. The square. Let me draw this for you. So we know the square has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, right? Sides, 4. The angles, there's an angle here, an angle here, an angle here, and an angle here. And then the vertices, how many vertices does it have? It's where these lines meet. 2, 3, 4. Okay, do you see a pattern here? What's our pattern? We've been talking a lot about patterns before today. Yeah, so look, if it however many sides it has, our pattern shows it has that many angles and that many vertices. Let's see if it's true for everything. So the rectangle, 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. The rhombus, 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. Trapezoid, 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. Is our pattern holding true? Yeah, the pentagon has 5, 5, and 5. The hexagon, 6 sides, 6 angles, 6 vertices. Octagon, 8 sides, 8 angles, 8 vertices. And then the circle, 0 sides, 0 angles, 0 vertices. Okay, so you might need to go back and reference this chart until you I just haven't memorized. So if you can remember how many sides it has, you can remember how many angles and vertices it has with these shapes. So look at these shapes here. So I know we normally say a diamond for this shape, but let's go up and see what that is. What does that look like? Yeah, it looks like a rhombus. So we're going to say rhombus here. And I want you to write these on your whiteboard. Remember, we always bring a whiteboard. And I want you to get used to writing these words. Okay, so go grab your whiteboard. And I want you to write these words as we do these because you need to practice that, okay? Okay. Which is that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5. Which one has 5? Yeah, the only one that has 5 is the pentagon. Okay. Oops. So I want you to practice writing these. And spelling them correctly. You need to spell them correctly. This is the time to learn how to spell them. Pentagon. Okay. So what's the next one? That one's real easy, right? Circle. Okay. What's the next one? Take a look at it. Okay, so you may need to pull up your reference sheet for 4 and 5 for these two, and that's okay. But I want you to write the name down because you need to practice writing it and spelling it correctly. So look at this shape, this purple one and this blue one, and write down the name of those shapes. And if you need to look at your reference sheet, that's okay. Pause the video and do that now. Hey, do you have those? Let's see. This one is a rectangle, isn't it? Okay, and this one is an octagon. Is that what you got? Your answer, you should have a rectangle and an octagon here. Okay, let's look at these. What shape is a closed curve with all sides the same distance from the center? Ooh, what was that one? See if you can get it from our reference sheet. And if you can't, it was in our definitions I read. You can rewind the video back to where I was reading definitions and talked about this one. A closed curve. Do you know what a curve is? If you know what a curve is, that tells you your answer. Okay, so pause the video and write the word. It'll be the name of the shape. What is it? Pause the video now and write on your whiteboard. Okay, this is a circle. Is that what you got? Did you get circle? Okay, probably gonna definitely need to use your reference sheet for this one. What shape has 6 vertices? Do you remember? What are the vertices? Remember, it's where the lines meet? And what does the number here, the vertices, have in common with the other things? So pause the video, look at your reference sheet if you need to, and correctly spell the name of this shape. Pause the video now. Did you get hexagon for this answer here? Yeah, it's our old friend Hexagon. We worked a lot with him last time, didn't we? Is that what you got? Make sure you spelled it correctly. Look at the next one. What shape is a 4-sided polygon with 4 right angles and 2 sets of lines the same length? Might have to go back to our definitions for that. What could that be, though? I want you to write it on your whiteboard. See, there's lots of 4s here. Square, rectangle, rhombus, and trapezoid. Which one meets this definition? What shape is a 4-sided polygon with 4 right angles and 2 sets of lines the same length? What could that be? Pause the video to write your answer down. This one is rectangle. Is that what you got? Did you find rectangle for your answer? Okay. It's getting a lot harder now that we're in geometry, huh? We got to really put our thinking caps on. What about this one? What shape has 8 angles? Ooh, 8. 8 angles. What shape was that? Do you remember? Pause the video and write your answer down. Make sure you spell it correctly. If you have to reference the reference sheet, that's okay. You can look at the reference sheet. Okay. What answer did you get? Is this what you got? Octagon? Octa means 8, remember? Yeah. All right, last one we're going to do together. What shape is a 4-sided polygon with 4 right angles and all sides the same length? It was probably one of the very first shapes you learned when you were very little. What is that? Pause the video. I want you to spell it correctly. Okay, what is that? I want you to practice writing the names, not just drawing it, not just thinking in your head, because you need to be able to spell these correctly. Did you get square? Yeah. It's not so hard. It's just a lot you have to remember. But it's okay if you have that need to look at your reference sheet. That's completely okay to look at those. Okay? So anytime you need to use that this week, you can use that. All right? You're going to do great. Have a wonderful week.